The other one is surprised and looking around, trying to work out what's happening. And I think it's probably your go before he can do anything.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so I'll with the one that's still standing. I mean, Girl is excited. I mean, both because Modrith is there and because this is violence, and that is a trait of hers, and the two together kind of are giving her.
Okay, cool. What horrendous thing are you doing to this elf?
I mean, I have my axe, and I'm going to be obviously also using the fact that I was in the shadows.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You get a whole shift to that. So it's an axe to the elf.
Yes, and you know, anytime he looks maybe in the other direction, that's when I'm going to leap into action.
So he is definitely confused. You get a +2 column shift and roll your hafted.
Yes. Okay. So 14. So I got a passable, and if I get 2 column shifts, that would be a great.
Oh, okay. That is a solid hit to the elf. He is bleeding profusely from a blow to the head, which just leaves a solid dent in the side of his helmet he's wearing, and blood is pouring down the side of his face as he backs away from you, thrusting out with his spear at you, I suspect. Is it worth as a spear? Maybe it's a longsword. Don't know. No, we'll give him a spear. At your left arm. Roll your left arm defense.
Left arm. Okay. I got passable.
Elves do poor damage, so that you easily evade his attack, or possibly knock it aside with your axe.
Okay.
The rest of Modrith's gang, so her and the barbarian and the corsair, are charging across the road, but you have a moment in which to, if you want to try and finish off this poor unfortunate elf.
Yeah,
or
I think
do something else. I mean, you can attempt to surrender if you wanted.
No, I
think I see where this is going.
I think I've got some bloodlust going right now, and I'm ready to finish him off.
Cool. Roll with hafted again. He's away or there, but he's injured, so I'll give you a 1 point. And he's terrified, which doesn't help him defend himself, I suppose.
So if I get the 1 column shift, I'm at passable.
Okay. Yes. Okay, that hits him again. Axe embedded, bouncing off his armor, possibly fracturing a rib underneath it. And he almost certainly turns and starts trying to run away. Given where he is, he's running into the building. And Modrith and her gang are level with you, and you can certainly go after him if you want to. Or
yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm interested in having him escape into the building. I mean, that would only alert others.
Excellent. You can roll with your run to see if you can catch him. He's trying to get away from you, Robbie, which would be him trying to dodge away from you. Assuming you don't want to let him do that, let's say you roll your quickness against his dodge.
Okay.
Which would be passable.
Yeah, I rolled a passable on the quick.
Cool. Given he's injured and everything, that definitely seems like it's enough to stop him being able to get away.
Right.
He can't disengage and therefore run, and therefore make them chase after him. So he is trying to scamper back into the into the darkness, but you have him cornered against the doorframe. I guess you almost certainly have a chance to try and finish him off before any of the gang get there. And
yeah, I think
steer your prey away from you.
I don't think that girl is even having to think very much anymore about this. I mean, she's kind of on one track.
Bear with me 1 second while I just check. I'm giving you a column shift on the basis that he is. You get a +1 column shift because he's almost prone because he's slumped back against the door.
Okay. I rolled a great, and with the column shift, that would make it superior.
Superior, cool. He is almost dead, but not quite. I imagine your axe has opened a major artery in his leg, perhaps. So he is sprawled on the floor, whimpering and praying to one of the elven gods that I don't know which one. Strictly speaking, he could probably still do things, but I think he's too terrified to do it. So,
and I think with
Modford is standing next to you, looking. Are you just going to finish him off and murder this fool?
I think with Modthrith there, girl.
You're all still deluded too.
Is staring Modthrith in the eye and kind of a little smile and kind of looking for, approval from Modthrith. Kind of wanting to see how Modthrith has reacted to what she's just seen me do.
Finish him, he said.
Wow.
And when she says that, I'll finish him.
Excellent. Is anything particular you want to do to him? Chopping his head off, strangling him.
Black.
No,
You don't need to go into the gore and detail.
No,
you're the one asking for it, Ross.
Okay, I was just responding to feedback from my players.
No,
it's
I actually think what happens is it's just going to be she's going to turn the axe so it's not actually going to hit it with the blade side, but just basically
bludgeon him. Yeah,
stop it. Bludgeon him. Yep.
Ooh, okay. He is. It sounds like a pulpy mass of blood and bone and bits of brain and elf. And
have you been watching Spartacus Blood and Sand?
I didn't describe that. I haven't either. It sounds like I should.
Most certainly did.
It wasn't me who chose to bludgeon him to death. Anyway, he's.
Oh, my hands were tied. But
okay, it's all my fault. This moment of carnage in the night seems like it might be a good point to
call it.
Say it's 10 o'clock. Is that okay?
Cool? Yeah. Although I actually had a notion for back at the ranch.
Okay.
Before I was hoping to use quickness to get my oar in the water, to mix a metaphor, and to then grab that rope and kind of whip it. Grab it and kind of whip it so that it travels in a little sine wave right into Christabel's hands up there on the wall, so that she can jump down to me. Because I figured I'd traveled with Sunfox down the stairs out halfway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to whip the rope to her so she can grab and we can both basically jump down, leaving wounded Remus up there so we can leave him, like I said, the way we found him, and get out of there.
Okay, cool. That sounds like an excellent
so that's kind of my hope.
Thing that you can do, and I'm sure it will go fine when you roll this.
Excellent. Well, I got a 70 on my quickness, so with a 13, that's actually really, it's only good, but at least it means I can get the rope to her, right? No, that means I can move in, right? With a quickness, I can get in there. I'm hoping with a good. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So now, with your permission, it would be a dexterity roll, because I can't find anything else that would be like grabbing a rope and whipping it up to somebody's
Yeah, no, that
seems kind of dexterous thing to do in a sort of generic way.
Yeah.
So,
Boy, I hope this
I can't believe this. Another 100.
Ooh.
Checking my dexterity now. Holy crap. So awesomely.
Cool.
It's like the rope just sort of settles into Christabel's hand, like in a come hither, you can get down easy now way.
You are suddenly Legolas in
That's right.
elf stunts.
Right.
Which is what we want elves to do, I guess.
Right?
Christabel.
Whoop.
I will.
This seems to be a hint.
Yeah, I will leap down.
But
excellent.
You're leaving the injured and bemused wolfling behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I guess we will find out what carnage you two are going to cause in Smith City next week.
Excellent.
Do people want to roll all their many checks?
Yeah. Tell us the rule again.
The rule is you roll as if you were doing any other action, but instead of wanting to get higher, you want lower. Anything below passable,
right?
Gives you a +1.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I actually did quite well on certain things. Oh wait. Do we get extra checks too?
Yes. I think you can have 3 more bonus inspiration points for all the trauma that everyone has gone through of having to.
And this is both anything that we rolled catastrophic or awesome on, correct?
Yes.
On either, okay.
Although I don't think anyone did it, but
no, the other checks you put wherever you want, though. The 3 you are.
Other checks you put anything you like, so it can be any of the skills, base skills or normal skills. It could be devotion if you wanted, or it could be one of the individual.
You may be amused that I chose defense for the head as one of the ones I want to improve.
Very sensible. The head is very.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. It just suddenly struck me a check on that every session is just not that bad an idea all the way through. So let's do that. And I do quite well, I'm sad to say, on my dexterity, so I don't get anywhere on that. And I guess I'm just going to work my way across the sheet. How about aim? Oh shit, I'm rolling really well. 5.
All right.
Where are all my fours and feebles?
I increased my head defense, my dodge, and my bargain.
Ooh. Excellent.
I barely increase my bow, which actually makes it really freaking scary. I tried to increase my aim, which is really not that great. But unfortunately, I rolled really well. So I'm sorry to say I don't improve my aim. However, let's take a look here. Oh, shit.
Where were all these good rolls earlier?
I know. Unfortunately, I totally do not succeed in improving my lie, which is terrible. It's not a great roll. I really want that to be higher. Same thing for sincerity. Not improving my sincerity. These are low scores, too. Bollocks. All right. I do improve my head defense. And last is listen. Oh, yeah. No good news on that. I did quite poorly on my improvements.
Yeah, I did pretty poorly as well. The only one I got was Fate. Although I increased Fate last time as well, so I've added 2 to my
There are worse things to be good at.
Mm-hmm.
I kept meaning to say this, so I will say this now. If at some point you want to start trying to save any of these points up to get any of the spell skill, you could expect me to. Well, I was going to say you could expect me to at least explain what the spell skills are and how spells work at some point, which I can do. But also, if there are ones you fancy, then say, and I will at least think about how we can plausibly give you a good excuse to try and get them.
I'm really conflicted about them. I looked them over, and I think I'm going to have to let the events of play inspire me. Because I really, they're very significant choices and really are very directional for my character. So I'll have to. I really want to go by an experience in play that leads me to want to become more magical, specifically like that.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Had some interesting ones already. The encounter with the Bioni, for example, has been.
Coming back at some point. Right. Just to fill you in, spells are quite freeform. Each individual one covers some sort of area of changing things or controlling things, and I have a diagram showing how they relate to being able to affect animals or real people or magical creatures or something like that. And some of them are more specific than others. And basically, you say, "I want to cast a spell that will do X," and I tell you how much it will cost, and you take that number of points off your skill and then roll to see how well it goes. And then you hope to decide how effective it actually is, depending on what the roll is. And then all manner of magical things could happen.
I remember learning the system pretty carefully through play. And as I recall, once we understood it, it ended up being really, really, really fun. But I couldn't, for the life of me, make sense of it until we started using it. And then went back and read it. So, and I've forgotten it since then. But as I recall, once you actually got the hang of it, it's a really neat subsystem.
It is terrified of the possibility of players short-circuiting the GM's plans.
Right.
So basically, the instructions are cost things based on how much they cause you trouble or not, as the referee.
Yeah, well, it's funny for such an innovative game how many of these little legacy statements really trip you up because they stick out like sore thumbs. I've never seen a system that's skill-based that is so plot affecting, right? Make story happen.
Yeah.
Right.
And yet you can tell the writing of the game, the guy just knew you don't write games to do that.
Right.
So, for example, in terms of costing spells, it's like, if this is just a really nice character thing but doesn't have any effect, then it's probably going to be free.
Right.
And if it's like... And there is a kind of sensible scale of, like, if you want to put one goblin to sleep, it's X. Right. But if it's all the goblins in the room to sleep, and therefore possibly not as fun, then you make it cost, like, 10 times as much. But I do like this attitude, which is maybe the phase of the moon changed between this round and the next round, and you therefore jump the cost up by double, because you'd have to be consistent, which I actually quite like as an idea. But